So, Brian Michael Bendis' Justice League begins, and it's Brian Michael Bendis. Take from it what you will. So, it's it's not terrible. Let's be clear. I I think Bendis gets the characters. Granted, this is only the first issue of his new run, so we'll take it with a grain of salt. I think he's got his characters down pat for the most part, but he's it's just his overall story just seems kind of bad. All right, so the premise here is we take place in Kahndaq, which we'll hopefully be seeing eventually in Warner Brothers' Black Adam movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam. And he's talking to this kid who's visited his mom's grave, and he's talking, yeah, my love is also in this cemetery too, so I'm starting to realize that, she passed trying to teach me things I've yet to fully grasp. It was a great tender moment, and then a demon shows up, and we're all like, oh, okay, how you doing? And, you know, I have a certain expectation for demons appear out of nowhere, and I have a certain appreciation for tone. Bendis has a very unique tone with monsters, and this is a very Marvel thing, and it feels like this is Bendis bringing some of his Marvel in, and at least it's better than his screw continuity things. And the demon shows up. He's talking about how it smells fantastic here. He feels like a bro, like a bro. That's what he feels like. Like you wouldn't believe what I went through to get here, and here's you. What are you? This world's protector or something? I see you have one of those shirts. What does that symbol on your chest mean? And Black Ham's like, all right, so who are you? And it leads to a fight. And I don't know. I never thought of like a demon like this using the word flexing, but there he is. The fight ensues. Looks pretty intense. Then the Justice League show up. Aquaman, Superman, Hawkgirl, Batman. Looks like a good team. Good team. I like it. And the fight ensues. Uh, and it's cool. Leads to the ocean after Superman sort of like decks him, and a bunch of sharks come and get him. There's a fight with Aquaman. Like everyone gets to show off what they can do, and Batman's there in a jet because what else can Batman do? And he reacts weirdly to the nth metal in Shayura's maze, and yeah, it leaves a sort of. Then the demon just sort of goes off like, "Yep, you know what? I'm out. I'm out. I'm clearly ill prepared. I see that now. So let's pause, and I'll be back later." And they're sort of wondering exactly what that was. Black Adam decides to go off and, see to his people, see the people of Kahndaq. And then we cut to the Hall of Justice. And the Hall of Justice, here we see Green Arrow and Black Canary. So they're sort of continuing a discussion that they had earlier. And this was sort of the idea like, do you think the Justice League is getting a bit stale, really? That there's too much. Everyone here sort of already knows each other. Everyone sort of agrees with each other. There's too many yes men in the Justice League. Maybe we need some new blood, some new dissenting opinions to help us be aware of what's going on, and maybe a bit more transparency. As Ollie points out, that ever since Superman, revealed himself to the world as Clark Kent, which everyone sort of agrees he shouldn't have done. Whatever. People seem to trust him more. He Granted, they already trusted him before, but now he feels like more relatable. Like, yeah, he was a guy like us all along. Granted, he was a guy who never got sick, never seemed to age, super strength, super vulnerability. By default, had no real fear of losing his job because he was immortal, essentially. Didn't really need food. Yeah, in most stories, Superman doesn't need to eat. He just likes to eat. So, yeah. So about that, he can sleep anywhere, so he has no real need for food or shelter. So yeah, he's like one of us. So anyway, Kellex, who was scanning the energy signal left behind, traced it to another person, and the name was Naomi McDuffie, another creation of Brian Michael Bendis from a very interesting, then sort of went downhill book called Naomi. And Black Adam ends the comic by approaching her in her home of Port Oswego, Oregon. Oh, you can tell I definitely read that from the screen, can't you? Yeah, I did. Because Oregon, of all places. Well, humble beginnings. And that's how the comic ends. So, what was this? Well, again, it has some good points. It's always nice to see Black Adam. Black Adam, I think, has been viewed publicly by a lot of fans, especially newer fans, as like a bad guy. Granted, the whole Shazam movie where he's fighting Shazam and Superman didn't help him. And of course, I think the events of Injustice and the Shazam book don't really help that. Black Adam, I think, is best compared to like Sinestro, in the fact that he's a dick, he's an ass, but he has redeeming qualities. He just tends to go a bit too far sometimes, and he's kind of his own worst enemy. It's like Doctor Doom, Sinestro, Black Adam, and then somewhere Ra's al Ghul. But just Ra's al Ghul fans gonna be upset with me for that one. Um, there's not much to say about it because we know that what Bendis has planned for this Justice League run, Naomi's going to be important to it. Queen Hippolyta is going to be there, or Hippolyta, taking the place of Wonder Woman, who is like immortal goddess of the new continuity. I don't know. Infinite Frontier was weird, fun but weird. So it'll be nice to see if this will finally be a book by Bendis that I like. Again, Bendis's humor, again, Demons using the word flex just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. And what Naomi is going to do to me is weird. It reminds me a bit of, what was it? All New Avengers? New Avengers? I think it was All New Avengers. When Bendis took over that title, and there was some good that came from it, but to me, I don't think he can do it here. I don't think it'll work here. I don't think it'll work with Naomi from Oregon. Anyway, what you guys think? We're looking forward to under Bendis. I'm looking forward to hopefully finding something from DC that he does that I'll like all the way through, but I'm not holding my breath. So yes, with that in mind, let's bring this little video to a close here. If you are new to the Bucket Think Tank, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, and I will catch you all later. This is the Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, may your fandom serve you well.